Hello, everyone. For decades, Hollywood fans have whispered about the connection between Angie Dickinson and Robert Redford, two of the most glamorous, magnetic stars of American cinema, a pair whose on-screen chemistry was so electric and natural that people insisted there had to be a deeper truth behind their partnership. And now, after years of silence, decades of rumors, and countless interviews in which she graciously sidestepped the most intrusive questions, Angie Dickinson has finally revealed the truth about her relationship with Redford, truth that is not scandalous or reckless, but deeply human, surprisingly emotional, and profoundly reflective of the complicated reality of two giants who navigated fame, loneliness, admiration, and respect in a town that rarely allows those things to coexist, starting with the moment she first laid eyes on Redford, long before the world knew his name, when he was still the quiet, introspective newcomer who seemed almost uncomfortable with his own good looks. And Dickinson, already an established star, recognized instantly that he possessed something rare, an authenticity that Hollywood often squeezes out of young actors, and she remembers feeling not infatuation, not romantic desire, but a profound sense of curiosity, because Redford didn't chase attention, didn't cater to studio politics, and didn't try to impress anyone. Instead, he carried himself with a seriousness, a gentleness, and a subtle confidence that made her wonder who he really was. Beneath the calm exterior, and as they worked together and crossed paths in industry circles, she learned that the rumors of his aloofness were completely wrong. He wasn't cold. He was protective of his inner life, cautious about giving people access to his heart, shaped by early hardships and an unshakable desire to maintain privacy even as fame exploded around him. And Angie admitted that this quality was what made the world misunderstand him, while simultaneously making her respect him more than almost any other actor she ever worked with. She explained that their connection was never romantic, never an affair, never the scandal Hollywood tabloids tried to manufacture. It was something far rarer, a genuine friendship built on mutual trust, a bond formed through shared experiences in an industry where authenticity is often swallowed by ego. And she reveals that Redford, contrary to the image of effortless stardom, often spoke quietly about the pressure he felt to maintain perfection, to always be the calm hero, the handsome idol, the reliable box office star, while deep down he wrestled with doubts, personal losses, and the suffocating weight of public expectations. And she says that one of the most surprising truths about Redford is that behind the glamorous exterior beat the heart of a man who cared deeply about justice, fairness, and the truth. Someone who often risked his career to stand up for causes the studios wanted him to avoid, and she admired him for that long before the rest of the world fully recognized his activism. And Dickinson finally admits that one of the reasons the world misread their connection was because Redford treated her differently than most leading men. He listened to her, valued her intelligence, gave her space to be complex rather than merely beautiful, and in an era where women were often sidelined, he saw her as an equal, something she never forgot. And she confesses that while she never fell romantically in love with him, she did love him in a deeper, lasting way. The way one loves someone who sees them clearly, who respects them, who shares a small, private corner of truth in a world built on illusion. And she reflects on the bittersweet reality that timing, fame, and personal boundaries prevented them from ever exploring anything beyond friendship. But she insists that what they had was far more meaningful than the sensationalized stories Hollywood tried to attach to them. And as she looks back at her life, her career, her relationships, she reveals that Redford remains one of the most genuine and grounded people she ever met, a man who carried the burdens of superstardom with grace, a man who, despite the whispers, the magazines, the speculation, never betrayed their trust, never crossed boundaries, and never used their connection for publicity, which she says is why she is finally comfortable telling the world the truth. That Robert Redford was not a secret lover, not an unspoken regret, not a missed romantic opportunity, but one of the few men in Hollywood who truly understood her, respected her, and offered her a friendship so pure and rare that it became one of the most cherished parts of her life. Far more beautiful and far more meaningful than any scandal the tabloids ever tried to invent, leaving fans stunned not because of salacious revelations, but because the real story, the story Angie Dickinson finally decided to share, is far richer, deeper, and more touching than anyone ever imagined. Thanks for watching.